I welcome you to this lesson once again. I'm teacher Katimbo Richard, teaching Mathematics Primary 7. Today I've come with a new topic after the geometry, the new topic which is time. As you know, time management is very important as far as one's life is concerned. And you know, when one keeps one's time properly, one becomes a responsible person. So ensure you follow this lesson strictly so that you become good time managers in this world. And now, when you watch this lesson properly, you will then be able to answer all the activities from page 105 all the way to 107 of our workbook, term 2, P7, and then you will be a success in that regard. Then we are starting with example number 1, which talks about expressing the following 2 examples in 24-hour clock system. You know, I've got 2 clock systems, the 12-hour clock system, which you normally use, and the 24-hour clock system, which is the real. Why is it the real one? Because a day is composed of 24 hours. So we would rather use the 24-hour system than the 12 one, for it is the one that completes the whole day. So, and therefore, in the 12-hour system, we've got 2 units, AM or PM. And in the 24-hour system, we've got 1 unit called hours. And therefore, whenever you see AM or PM, you just know the system that's been used is a 12-hour clock one. And in that regard, we have the 12-hour system converted to the 24-hour clock system. And now we're saying part A, convert 1:40 AM to a 24-hour clock system time. Now, first of all, the meaning, the English meaning of AM is before noon. Sometimes say in the morning, before noon. Noon means midday, and midday means half of the day. And that I said before, the day is composed of 24 hours. So the half of the day makes that 24 divided by 2 and get 12 hours. So the noon is of 12 hours. And so if AM means before noon, it means don't care about 12 hours, don't get scared. So therefore, since you are not scared about 12 hours, then you have nothing to worry about. So therefore, to convert any time in AM to a 12-hour system, we don't need to worry about the 12. So we add nothing, no worry. We add 0, hours, 4 of them, and should be noted that 12 and 24-hour clock system time must bear 4 digits. That's why I've got a line of 4 zeros here. 0, hours, 0, hours. So because of the 4-digit numeral or digit law for the composition of the 24-hour clock system, so therefore we add nothing, meaning we have no worry about the 12. So say 140 plus 0, hours. Then you add, and here for 0, 4 plus 0 is 4, 1 plus 0, 1, and then a 0. This 0 is leading because of the rule, a 4-digit rule. It must have 4 digits. So the answer is 0, 140 hours. And in 12-hour system, unlike the 12-hour system which has got dots, we don't put any dot. Don't dare put any dot in between here. So you get 0, 140 hours. And that is the answer. So any AM, apart from the 12s behave differently. You must have your common sense in answering them. So, but any AM and PM, sorry, any AM will add nothing else, and the PM, like we're going to see, we shall add 12 hours. Like you see, part B, convert 6 p.m. to a 24-hour system. Now that p.m. means after the noon. After the noon, meaning you must care or put the noon into consideration. Noon, I say, is a midday or half of a day which contains 12 hours. So it means after losing the noon, I've got 6 hours. So bring back the noon to know the actual time. So get 6:00 plus the noon of 12:00 hours. And then add 0, 0, 0, 0 plus 0, 0, 6 plus 2, 8, and then 1. So 6 p.m. in a 24-hour system is 18:00 hours. 18:00 hours, remember, this is already a 4-digit numeral or a 4-digit time. So don't put a 0 in front. For when you put a 0, they will become 5 digits. So you don't need to, as opposed to the first example where we have 3 digits so that the 0 comes to fulfill the law of the 4-digit time. So that you've got the answer 01 for the hours, and here I've got 18:00 hours and nothing else. So n a.m. You add nothing or 0:00 hours apart from the 12, and n p.m. you add 12:00 hours apart from the 12. So for the 12s, you have to apply the knowledge that's godly given. Either you ask yourself whether it is midnight or midday. So for midnight means all zeros, 4 zeros, 0:00 hours. 12 a.m. in a 24-hour system, or 12 midnight in the 24-hour system is 0:00 hours, 4 zeros. Then 12 noon, that midday, remains 12:00 hours. So you ask yourself whether the time given is the midday or midnight before anything's done. For they don't follow the rule here at n a.m. we add 0:00 hours, and n p.m. we add 12:00 hours. By virtue of knowledge that a.m. means before noon, meaning don't care about the noon, and p.m. means afternoon, you must put that noon into consideration as you're working out the number. So we go to number 2. Change the following to a 12-hour clock system. We say 12-hour system bears either AM or PM. So they want your answer go in that way. And how does one then know it is AM or PM? You look at the first 2 digits. Like you see here, 07. So if the first 2 digits don't make hours that are 12, meaning they're less than 12, please, the answer will be in AM. And if the first 2 digits are 12 and beyond, 12 and beyond, that is 13 hours, 14, 15, you just know the time will be in PM to be across the noon. You would have reached the noon. So then you have to subtract 12 hours, as we shall see for part B. But part A says 0700 hours to a 12-hour system time. For it ends with 1 hours, and therefore it is a 24-hour system time. And it should be noted that the first 2 digits are hours and the last 2 are minutes. Much as the whole story ends in hours, doesn't mean all are hours. We are just following the rule that the unit for a 24-hour system time is only hours, as if all are hours. So the first 2 are hours, the last 2 are minutes. So meaning no minute past the 7th hour of the day here, which is reading 0700 hours. Okay, now we look at the first 2 digits here, 07. 7 is less than 12, therefore our answer must be less than the noon. That's before noon, and before noon is the AM. So therefore we don't care about the noon, and so do we subtract nothing. So 0700 minus 0000. Then subtract 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 0 is 0, 7 minus 0 is 7. And 0 minus 0 is 0, which is 0 is not written now. Because I've gone back to a 12-hour system which doesn't need 4 digits as a row. So therefore, already got prepared for the unit which will be AM. So therefore, 0700 hours is the same as 7 AM. And that's the answer. 7 AM is the answer for the 12-hour system time. As we look at part B, convert 1300 hours to a 12-hour system. Convert 1300 hours to a 12-hour clock system. Now look at the first 2 units, 1 and 3, they make 13, which 13 is beyond 12. I say 12 and beyond, you think about the noon itself. So it has crossed the noon. The noon is the midday, which is of 12 hours. Now it has gone beyond by 1 hour. You then just know that 1 afternoon, even the answers come out. It is 1 p.m. But now, what do we do? Subtract the noon. So 1300 minus 1200. The noon is of 12 hours. I said, take away the noon and see how many hours remain across the noon. So subtract 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 1. 13 minus 12 is 1. So 1 hour remains afternoon. And I said afternoon gives rise to a unit called PM. So the answer is 1 p.m. 1 p.m. meaning 1 hour after the noon. After 12, that is. That's why it's 13. So 1 p.m. And now we go to part C. Convert 35 hours to a 12-hour system time. 00. Look at the first 2 digits. 00 is less than 12. But you must then know about midday and midnight. We said a day starts at midnight, and we said if it is the beginning of the day, and therefore we shall have no hour and no minute. So therefore to have 4 zeros, meaning no hours and no minutes. So midnight means 0000, 4 zeros. 0000 hours in a 12-hour system. So that's 12 midnight means 0000 hours in the 12-hour system time. So do we sense the 2 zeros here? Meaning 35 minutes are past the midnight because they are giving us 0035 hours. Now, say with the 12s, use your common sense. So what is 35? Means after midnight in a 12-hour system. It is 12:35 a.m. If that is 12, then these are zeros. How do we bring the 12 into existence? Therefore, by adding the 12 00 hours. So get 00:35 plus 12:00. Add very well. 5 plus 0 is a 5, 3 plus 0 is a 3. 0 plus 2 is a 2, and 0 plus 1 is a 1. So the answer is 12:35 a.m. So I said with midday and midnight, you apply the common sense and still apply the knowledge of when the day begins and what is said to be midday or half of the day. So this is the beginning of the day 35 hours. So that is 35 minutes after midnight. And midnight is 12 midnight. So 35 minutes after midnight is 12:35 a.m. So how do I bring the 12 where zeros mean? By adding 12:00. So that addition will give rise to this answer 12:35 a.m. And that is the answer to that. As we look at the third example today, and so does it read. A plane left Entebbe at 13:00 hours and arrived in Cairo at 17:30 hours. Then the question, how long did the flight take? How long did the flight take? Here we want to know the time taken in terms of duration. So we say duration is equal to ending time minus starting time. Or you say time taken is equal to arrival time minus departure time. Actually, that's the better show. You say time taken is equal to arrival time minus departure time. So the arrival time at Cairo is and was 17:30 hours. Then the departure from Entebbe was 1300 hours. Now that both are reading hours, they are like terms. They can then produce a single answer when subtracted, like we are going to. So remember, I said the first two digits are hours and the last ones are minutes. So hours means 17 hours 30 minutes minus 13 hours 00 minutes. So subtract 30 minus 0 minutes, you get 30. Then 17 minus 13, you get 4. So the flight took 4 hours and 30 minutes. As easy as that. The flight took 4 hours and 30 minutes. Why is it as easy as that? Because the two kinds of time given here were given in the same clock. That's 24-hour clock system, and we were then able to subtract automatically because the journey was simplified. So let's go and see example number 4. How many hours are there between 1700 hours and 0330 hours the next day? Now, both are given in the same units. Only that one time is in one day, another one is in the other day, the following day. So time in different days will never be subtracted. So the 1700 hours was in one day, then the following day 0330 hours. So those two will never be subtracted directly like we did with number or example before. That's example number 3. We shall then know that a day is composed of 24 hours. Get that 24 hours and take off that time that is starting here, 1700 hours. Then later you add on the time that is the last here, 0330 hours. This one does not have any formula like we had here, that time taken is equal to arrival time minus starting time. Never should you subtract time taken between two different days. Never. So you only get the climax of the day minus when it started, then plus the ending time. So go 2400 hours minus 1700 hours. Right, hours means 2400 minus 1700, of course these zeros bring nothing. Then 24 minus 17, you get 7. So before that day closed, 7 hours had elapsed. Now we add the time or the ending time of 0330 hours. That's time into the new day. So we add 7 hours plus that 0330 hours. Then you go hours and minutes. 700 plus 0330. We are adding, remember, 0 minutes plus 30 minutes, you get 30 minutes. 7 hours plus 3 hours, you get 10 hours. So I've got 10 hours and 30 minutes. But always add here the instructions of the examiner, because the examiner is ever a dictator. You cannot dictate on his question. He says how many hours, whereas our answer is reading in hours and minutes. You cannot leave it like that. Why? The examiner said how many hours. He wants his answer in hours only. So I've got 10 hours and 30 minutes. Fortunately, 10 are already in hours, so we struggle to have the 30 minutes converted to hours. You say 60 minutes make an hour. What about 30 minutes? 30 is a fraction hour, that is 30 out of 60 hours. Reduce properly, get half an hour. So on top of the 10, we've got an extra half. So there are 10 and a half hours between 17 hours and 0330 hours the following day. So the answer is 10 and a half hours. If the question were to be open, they'll say what time is between these two. The answer would either be 10 hours and 30 minutes or 10 and a half hours. But here we don't have any option for the examiner saying how many hours. So when you get a minutes, the minutes must then be converted legally, please, to hours, and then add the converted minutes to hours that are already in existence, like I've got 10 hours already, so then 30 brings half an hour, so I get 10 and a half hours that are in between the said times there. And then go to part, number 5, example number 5 says, a car left in Bali at 12:30 hours and reached Gulu at 17:00 hours, how long did this car take on the way? You say time taken is equal to arrival time minus departure time. So the arrival time is and was 17:00 hours, and the departure was 12:00 hours. Fortunately, both are 24-hour system. It's like number 3. Just go the separation between hours, that means 17 hours 0 means minus 12 hours and 30 minutes. Now we know 0 minutes minus 30 minutes is only possible after borrowing, and again we don't have negative time. So then we are going to borrow 1 hour from the 17, remaining 16 hours this side. And now remember, an hour is composed of 60 minutes. So 60 plus 0, you get 60. Now 60 minus 30, you get 30. Now 16 minus 12, you get 4. So this car took 4 hours and 30 minutes to cover a journey or distance between Mbale and Gulu. So that's the answer, 4 hours and 30 minutes. This time the question is not particular. They are asking for how long did it take. You have freedom to stop there. That's 4 hours and 30 minutes. You can as well go an extra mile to converting the 30 minutes like we did to half an hour and get 4.5 hours. But here, those two answers are acceptable as opposed to number 5, which specifically asks for the number of hours, like I'm reading. Example number 5, actually 6. Example number 6 reads. Example number 6 reads, how many hours are between 17:30 hours and 8:15 a.m. the next day? Now, it's also bringing 2 different day times. That is starting in one day and ending in another day. And again, we have got 2 clock systems. The 17:30 hours is in 24-hour system, whereas 8:15 a.m. is in the 12-hour system, which is already disordered. So we are then obliged to converting one of them to the other. Majorly the 12-hour system to the 24-hour system. So change this 8:15 a.m. to a 24-hour system time. Remember, a.m. means before noon, therefore converting it is easy. You only add nothing. 4 zeros, don't dare care about the noon because it is before noon. So plus 0 hours. Add very well. 5 plus 0 is a 5, 1 plus 0 is a 1, 8 plus 0 is an 8, and then a 0. So 8:15 a.m. means 8:15 hours. And now we've got a new question reading how many hours are between 17:30 hours and 8:15 hours. Now that they are in the same clock system, we are then going to work out. So I said we first subtract the first time from 24 hours that make a day. So I've got hours, that means 24:00 minus the first time 17:30. We borrow 1 hour from 24 and make 23, which 1 hour converted to minutes is 60 plus 0 gets 60. Now 60 minus 30 gets 30. Now I've got 23 minus 17, you get 6 hours. So before that day closed, we had 6 hours and 30 minutes. But we are going into the new day by 8 hours and 15 minutes. So we add that 6 hours and 30 minutes to 8 hours and 15 minutes. So go hours and minutes, that is 60:30 plus 8:15. Add properly and now go. 0 plus 5 is a 5, 3 plus 1 is a 4. And then 6 hours plus 8 hours get 14 hours. So I've got 14 hours and 45 minutes. Let's see whether that is a conclusive answer. Look at the examiner's question. It goes, how many hours? How many hours? How many hours? Plus I've got 14 hours and 15 and 45 minutes. Then there's a necessity to convert the minutes to hours because the examiner needs the answer only in hours. So sure, like we said, that 60 minutes make an hour. What about 45 minutes? That's 45 divided by 60 hours. So reduce by 15. 45 divided by 15 you get 3. And 60 divided by 15 you get 4. Thereby getting 3/4 hours from the 45-minute duration. So on top of 14, we've got an extra 3/4 hours. So there are 14 and 3/4 hours between the given two times there. That's how we deal with that situation in case brought your way like it is today. And I said, you will be able to answer all the activities between or from 105 as a page all the way to 107 as a page. In our workbook P7 Term 2, we are close to completion, for this is the last topic in this booklet. Therefore, you are obliged to doing that work so that you reach that perfection. Teacher Katimbo Richard. For more information about the same mathematics, please do call Teacher Katimbo on 0776251655 or use the Airtel line 07572330066 for more clarification. And that is the end of the lesson, and therefore stay safe.